Boom! What's up guys, welcome to Barrookie. In today's video I want to show you how to do hamstring curls in your own home gym. So let's go. So in a video of a couple of years ago you saw me make this cable machine. And a great thing about a cable machine is that you gotta have a variety of exercises. Slam in some attachments and your exercise selection broadens even more. When I got these ankle straps from FitBeast, what I did was I slammed them around my ankles and I attached myself to the cable machine and I did my hamstring curls. So this was very easy, this was very awesome, and it doesn't require a lot of materials. These straps are great to just go with lightweight, but once you get heavier, they start to really pull your feet together, and when they pull your feet together, your femurs can't stay parallel, and that puts a lot of stress on your knees, and it's just not as comfortable as it would. Now on the other side, I made this contraption here, and the reason I did this is because I have this bench here, but this bench was like, it costed me like 40 euros, was very cheap, but it lasts a long time. And it has this thing here for these pads, so you can like do this. And then here you have a bar where you can put some pads, and then you can just do your ab exercises, whatever they were intending. I found this a very good bench. The only downside is that thing is sticking out, and if you want to lay on it, you're always stuck with this. Why not find something that takes use of this thing here with an already pre-drilled hole in, and nothing better than to make my own hamstring curl machine. I know a lot of people don't have this bench or don't have the exact same setup, but that's the great thing about a home gym, and if you are a little bit inventive, you can make a lot of cool stuff, and that is really what I like to bring forward with this channel, especially as it comes to DIY home gym stuff. I want you to look for things, I want you to take inspiration from my videos. It's very simple design. It's almost like the miniature version of my belt squat machine, which is actually just an arm with a pin through. So the cool thing is, these pads go on and off the bar, which is very easy, and I can reuse the pads from this bench for this setup. These pegs, however, are pegs from my power rack. Everything is built with scraps and things I had laying around. So this is a piece of wood, a 1x2, I think, for your Americans. And then some plywood. I got this left over from the change plate videos. And then a little ring with a threaded sticking out point that you can just attach to this. So very easy. Now what I did was I measured, or I just eyeballed how big this is. And unfortunately, I couldn't really cut something out, so I made sure that this was just the same width as that thing. I used a router and just made this one a little bit shorter. And then I just cut out these little pieces here. I routed them off just to look pretty, but that's totally not necessary. That's not functional. And then I drilled a hole. It's the same hole, the same size as I had here, so a 19mm drill bit was sufficient enough for this thing here. And then I used the same 19mm drill bit for the other side, and then I put the O-ring in and we're done. So I put in some hefty screws here because I don't want this thing to come loose. The cool thing about hoarding a lot of stuff is that you always will find a need if you have a DIY project. So I cut off the handle part, the attachment part of this thing here. So now I have like a little aluminum rod, and that rod is just perfect for here. It has a little bit of wiggle to it, but that's okay because my knees are going to come there, and they're going to block this rod from going anywhere. And also, once the cable is pulling onto this thing, it isn't going anywhere. So how do we use this? Very easy. As you saw me doing this, I just put that thing in here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cable machine, I'm going to put the bench a little bit closer, attach the carabiner from the cable pulley machine, and we're good to go. Now, obviously there's no slack, so what we want to do here is we want to make sure that the weight is off of the ground so that we have at least a very good neutral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just scoot back. Once you're on there, the bench shouldn't move. So what you're then going to do is keeping your weight on the bench at all times so it doesn't fly back. Now what I do here is I dive, boom, go down, put my legs under it so that my quadriceps are on the bench. I put my calves or just under my calves on the pad and I start doing my leg curls. So very easy, a very straightforward setup, and it feels just like in the gym. Boom. The great advantage of this compared to the FitBeast product is you can go as neutral as possible. So I have my feet here dangling. If I were to lay on the floor, my feet would have already hit the floor. So now I can go just a little bit further. Boom. Then I let go to the side, and we're good to go. So this is really it, guys. I hope I inspired you to look at your gym equipment and think about how you can modify things or how you can add things in order to get more out of your already existing gym equipment. And maybe that doesn't have to cost you anything because you can use some scrap materials. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And share this video with a friend who really needs to work on his hamstrings. So I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!